belt.
Once again, wrestling fans, our main event at Take No Prisoners. 1 fall, 1 hour time limit for the AAW Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Waterloo, Iowa. 220 pounds, the Savageweight, Yehi. His opponent from Bucksport, Tennessee, 226 pounds. He's the king of the trailer court, the Eye Poke God, Lariatin right here, and the Southern Psycho, and the AAW Heavyweight Champion, Mance.
Look at the calm on Fred Yehi. He's not fazed by any of this, Joe. It's almost like he almost has to act like he's already won this psychologically.
And I think in his mind he feels he has. And we'll answer that question. Mance Warner has not lost a record in AAW since June 2019, the match that ostracized him from this company by Jimmy Jacobs. Fred Yehi has not lost in this company since 6 months earlier, January 2019, to MJF. We are talking about 2-year-plus win streaks. Something has to give. And one more historical fact for you. In November 2018, these men met in AAW. Fred Yehi won. He beat Mance Warner. If he can replicate that tonight, we have a new champion.
What is going to happen tonight? You can cut the tension of this room with a knife. He's fired up. Look at Mance. Fred more calculated, psychologically ready. Mance is wanting a fight. Referee Perk rings the bell. We're on. This is one of the biggest matches in AAW history. I can't tell you, Joe, how much I've looked forward to this one.
Yeah, biggest championship matchup we've seen in years. And to me, it's going to come down to tempo. It's going to come down to who can dictate what type of match this is. If Yehi can apply the Koji clutch, that's the best chance he has of victory. It's defeated Matt Justice. It's defeated so many men. Once he gets it on, he's relentless. He pounces. Mance Warner's going to look to have a fight. He's going to look for a bar fight like we saw earlier with Justice and Manders in this crowd. And Yehi, you see the determination, the focus, the relentlessness, every single thing Fred Yehi does. He has played in his head over and over again while wondering if he'd get this opportunity.
You have to wonder, is it hatred that drives Fred? Is it desire? Is it insecurity? What is it? Look at the anger on it.
I think it's a lot of different things. Just buries the knee. I think Yehi feels overlooked. I think he feels that maybe Mance doesn't consider him a threat, or didn't until the past few weeks. Maybe management didn't deem him a top-tier player, but Yehi has been proving he's top-tier all over the wrestling world.
Look at Mance, is biting him in there now.
We've seen Mance survive Manders and Hakeem Zayn, and there's so many tough challenges, and this is spilling to the outside of the ring, and to me, this is exactly what Mance Warner wants.
And what does Mance Warner even have to look forward to? Let's say he retains tonight. There's a line of contenders back there ready to take this from him.
And you know what? He'll grab a light beer, he'll re-energize, and he'll be ready for next time. That's the life Mancer knows. It's what he chose.
Or does that line then shift to Fred Yehi if he is successful tonight?
Well, keep in mind who's at the front of that line. Jake Something has said at the top of this broadcast, he wants whoever's winning. You know he's watching somewhere, and that large frame, the threat of Jake Something, must be looming in the back of both men's minds.
God, I guess nobody's a winner if that's your first opponent. Oh, God.
The physicality did not take long to begin, as you would expect, based on what both these men have done, how they've intertwined the past several weeks.
They started off hot. They knew they were ready for this. They couldn't wait. We went off the air on a live. We saw a shot. Fred was choking Manders while Mance watched it happen. He was his best friend being choked out by Yehi. And he had to look out. This is revenge. Every shot he takes today is revenge for that. And for the entire last 6-7 months of torment that Fred's caused here.
Will Mance be so focused on revenge that he loses focus on the championship aspect? We'll answer that question as we move on. And now with a camera cord.
All bets are off. Your camera cord. I expect more weapons to be used here. There's nothing stopping these two from killing each other to get this title.
You know the referee's not going to call disqualification here.
You can't do it.
But yeah, and this again is reminiscent of what happened to Manders.
You have to let this. There's got to be a lot of rope on this one because there's just too much on the line. There's too much history here. Way too much baggage. You can't hold these guys accountable for too much right now.
Yehi is trying to make sure Mance feels the same fate that Manders felt all those weeks ago. Yehi has beaten Matt Justice and Jake Something and Akeem Sane and ACH and Killer Cross.
Every time Fred hits Mance, it's with a determination. I want to end you. I want to end your reign. I want to take you out of this place and let my reign begin.
It's with a determination and a maliciousness.
Look at this. Oh, no. They're here. They're here right in front of us here.
Mance into the crowd. And we've seen how dangerous that could be tonight. Shoving the referee.
Look how swiftness. Fred gets over the... Oh, my God. Look, he's just choking him out right in front of us here, Joe.
Yeah. And...
Look at this. Oh, my God. No.
He's got a glass bottle. Oh, my God. Don't do this, Fred. He's driving it into the head of Mance Warner.
This is the level we're at with this.
This is sadistic. Come on now.
There's glass. He broke a out just to cut him.
What the hell does that do with winning the title?
What is going on? What is happening here?
Come on, Fred. You're better than this. Come on.
He's already bloody. Our champion is bloody. He is. Oh, look, he has a chair. Jeez.
Well, Mance just had shards of glass right across his
everywhere.
forehead.
There's glass in his forehead. There's glass in his arms and his back. And another bottle's in play. Don't do his Fred. Come on.
Mance is being deformed and mutilated by his own favorite pastime.
Well, he's stopping nothing to win this championship, Joe.
The light beer which brought Mance to prominence may be his downfall. Look at this. It's sick.
Referee Perch can't stop him.
All he can do is advise and suggest.
The shock on everyone's face here.
But that shows you how much this has consumed Fred Yehi. He's not the same man he was. He's over the edge.
Nothing can stop this man. This is it. He's too determined.
Mance is covered in crimson.
Oh, God. What else can you do? How much more is it going to take, Joe? How much more can Mance take? He can't even see.
I mean, Mance is reaching. You can tell the blood has gone into his eyes and blinded him. Mance is just grasping for anything he can to steady himself, and he has no idea where he is.
On top of that, the glass that's still stuck in his head, it's still causing blood to pour. It's not going to stop throughout the rest of this match.
I think the referee's trying to ask Mance if he wants to stop this thing.
There's too much heart in fighting him.
I think if Perch stopped this matchup without Mance's consent, Mance would attempt to kill him.
Mance will never give up. There's too much fight in him.
Look at he's stepping on the back of the head. And like a faucet just dripping off his forehead, this blood. Mance's face is being driven into a congealing pool of his own plasma.
This is
a rapid fire right and left.
This is sadistic. This is inhumane. What are you doing,
This is something you see in a back alley somewhere.
There's a pool of blood on the ground. Mance has spilled blood.
Oh, my God. That is a thick puddle.
What else can we do? What else can Fred throw at him?
There's almost more red on Mance's body than flesh color at this point.
Is it even worth it at this point, Joe?
I mean, you got to ask yourself those questions. You have to fight another day, your career, your livelihood, your family.
What are you going to do?
But to Mance, this is family.
He's never been in a match with a guy like Fred Yehi before, and this is proving it.
And
I've never seen Mance so vulnerable.
Trent, I was ready to talk about the Koji clutch, his ground game, his MMA training. Oh, but this match resembles none of that. It's a bloodletting.
And look at Fred. He's barely broke a sweat. Does he have Mance's number tonight? He's barely fazed by any of this.
You got to wonder if everything Mance did in this matchup was exactly according to how Yehi planned and hoped it would happen.
It almost seemed that way. Look, he had it step by step. This was
Driving the foot to the side of the face.
This is a calculated destruction of Mance Warner.
Now, Chet, theoretically, Mance could concede here at any time.
He could, but I don't
if
think
he doesn't
will.
respond to Perch could call this matchup, but that's a dangerous call to make. You don't want a matchup like this to be left in the hands of a referee.
I can't imagine if Perch called this match, how Mance would react. What would happen to him? What would it do to him psychologically? What would it do to his mindset? But at the same time, you have to ask yourself, you have to live to fight another day. You can get another shot at the title.
Now look at this. Now, Yehi, is he writing on the canvas in blood?
What is he doing?
It's describing whatever sick message he has.
He's almost playing with him at this point.
Literally and figuratively over top of Mance Warner in a dominant position. I think metaphorically to represent how Yehi has felt Mance has treated him. For all this time, he's waiting for this shot.
I can't believe what we're seeing.
This is gruesome. We apologize to any families with young children watching this. This is not in any way how I expected this championship match to go.
But didn't you know? With all the hatred that's been built up over the last several months.
I knew it'd be physical. I knew it'd be violent. But I did not expect to see a man just absolutely carved and mutilated 10 feet in front of me.
It just shows you how important the AAW Heavyweight Championship is. The names that have held the lineage of that title. The lineage of that title.
Desperation here, but he barely got one.
Fred wants to be on that list, Joe. Jerry Lynn, Tyler Black, Silas Young. They've all held this championship. Mance Warner, and now he wants his name on that list.
Trent, let's talk about this. Mance just got a desperation lariat. Barely a count of one. What does Mance have left in it to do to Fred Yehi to even get him in a position to defeat him?
I don't know what he can do, Joe. Looking at him now, he's barely moving at this point.
You can see the compassion on Perch's face, and I feel for him because he's caught between a rock and a hard place here.
He's pleading with him.
Yeah.
He's pleading to stop it.
I think Mance made Perch promise not to call him.
He's looking at it. He's grabbing Perch saying, don't call it.
But he's a human. He's got a heart. He's got compassion. And to see Mance suffer like this, I mean, it's got to wrench at anybody's heart.
He's even trying to calm Fred. You cannot. Perch, get out of there.
That's Mance on his feet.
Look at that haymaker. He missed.
Oh, he's trying, but again, the vision, the equilibrium, both so compromised.
Fred just has him scouted too well, Joe. This has to be it. This is the night. There's no way Mance bounces back from this. I cannot see it happening. He's making, look how easy. Look at Fred. He's not even sweating for any of this.
Yehi made the ring with the bell motion to Perch. He wants it to be called.
He's begging him to stop. Perch is asking Mance to stop.
Not a pin, not a submission. Just beat the hell out of the guy until he can't even defend himself. That's the most dominant, emphatic statement Fred Yehi can make as he rips and tears at the flesh of Mance.
He's just toying with him now, Joe. And look at that. Every clutch that Mance is trying to make to stop it, it's worthless.
Just a sick, sadistic fascination with ripping Mance's flesh apart.
I don't see how Mance wanted to bounce back from
this. This has gone so far beyond the AAW championship.
He has been a champion for nearly 18 months. And this might be the night it all ends. I just don't know how he can overcome these odds, Joe.
Just raking and digging the nails in the finger, trying to get a finger inside of that cut.
Look at the blank look on Fred Yehi's face. It's almost like he doesn't feel anything for this.
He's remorseless. He's got no conscience.
How does somebody get to that point? How does the AAW Heavyweight Championship drive somebody to that point?
And you know what? If you'd ask Yehi, he'd tell you that Mance drove him there himself.
In Yehi's mind, he's innocent.
Yeah, and so did AAW. And so did everybody involved.
No more weapons, please. Mike, what else is left? What else could you throw at this? Oh, there's a chair from early. Look at that. It almost hit him right on the head going into the. Look at this.
And Yehi doesn't give a damn who he hits or how he hits them.
Man's just struggling to grasp at that chair.
It's all part of the plan.
This is the calculated destruction of Mance Warner. The seeds were planted over 6 months ago. And today is the final seed in this garden to destroy and to fully remove Mance Warner from the list of champions.
Yehi continues his sick and twisted surgery and manipulation of Mance Warner's anatomy as he stands there, stoic and heartless, watching this man suffer and bleed.
Look at man, he's every struggle to just get to his knees, and with one swift hit, Fred takes him down, breaks him down further. And what's this? Just taking a seat. It's almost like he's got it won. He's smiling.
He's enjoying his handiwork.
He's just taking his time.
Yeah.
Look at this. He's just letting Mance get up.
Enjoying every second of what he's done.
He knows it's only a matter of time before he's declared the champion at this point. Oh, look at this. Wait a minute, Joe.
No, Mance was trying to get to his feet, now a choke.
With all this blood loss, as a choke like that, extremely dangerous.
Yeah, that blood will spurt out your head even faster, and that blood loss will cause you to go out quicker. And Mance did the only thing he could, just back into the ropes, and the referee built him in a break.
He's out. Is he out, Joe? Look, he looks like he's out.
He's been out for 7 minutes. Out on his feet, he's not fully unconscious, moving, he's responsive.
He has not stood up, you're right, in about 7 minutes. He has not been on his feet.
Do you think he knows where he is? Does he know he had a match?
I don't think he knows what's going on anymore. Every shot that Fred hits him with my...
And the chair on the net. We saw Yehi do this at Justice. It's almost like the Justice match and the Manders assault. It was a blueprint for what he was going to do to Mance Warner. Almost like he was testing his sadistic creation.
You know, I've been coming to watch this company before I worked here for years. From day one, I've seen every heavyweight championship match.
Normally he'll rain down with those left hands while his opponent's in the Koji clutch. He's replaced the Koji clutch by rapid stealing on the man's throat, choking away at him.
This is absolutely the most brutal heavyweight championship match I've ever seen.
No, my
God! His neck cannot be the same. No, this
stay down, man.
Oh, God, just stay down, man. It's not worth it anymore.
I don't believe that. Now, that bottom line, that's instinct. I don't think Mance realized consciously where he was and what he was doing, but in the back of his head, some kind of muscle memory heard those 2 slaps in the mat. And now what is Yehi doing now?
What else could you throw at this man? The guardrail coming into play.
Listen, Yehi's not going to stop until he gets what he wants. And Mance is not going to stay down unless you kill him. I don't like how this could end.
He is putting a piece of guardrail into the ring.
Neither man's going to budge.
Hurts cannot stop him. Mance cannot even stand up.
Neither man's going to budge here.
He has him beat already. What else is left?
Mance kicked out.
He did kick out.
Mance kicked out. Yehi has waited a year and a half practically for this opportunity. He won't stop. Mance Warner will not stay down. Something's got to give, and it may end in a lot worse circumstances than we're seeing so far.
Systematic destruction is what this is. The beer bottle, the chairs, the guardrail, the punches, the submission holds, you name it. This has been a systematic breakdown of Mance Warner.
And this is a man in Fred Yehi who's got nothing left to lose. This is everything he's put his focus on. And everything he does in this matchup means to an end. If it gets him that championship, they'll justify it.
This title reign is completely in jeopardy now. I thought he had a chance at the beginning. I thought maybe he scouted Fred well enough to know maybe I could take him out here, but no. I think this is Fred's time.
Mance came in more emotional than usual. He was on impulse, and Fred baited him in and took advantage and knew this was in the back of his mind the entire time. Mance is trying to get himself to his feet, of his fists, anything he can, but you can see anytime he just puts any weight or pressure behind anything, just the body gives out.
He ended up playing the challenger's game tonight, and that was the mistake Mance made. You are the champion, you go in and you make the challenger play your game, but he played the challenger's game, and it keeps costing him now. Perch begging him to just let it go. And look at this, he just grabs the referee by his seat of his pants and pulls him away and says, forget it.
Now listen, I don't think Perch will disqualify you, but there could be some fines later. Tread lightly when you're dealing with our officials. But that just shows you again, Yehi, nothing will step between him and his goal.
He can't even stand. He has not stood for minutes.
Nothing behind that punch. Oh, he got some that time. Jeez.
He's just making it look.
Sweat and blood flying.
He's toying with Mance now. Look at
oh my God.
His jaw.
Straight to the side of the jaw.
What else?
Mance's head shot back.
What else can he do here, Joe?
Anything he damn well pleases. Because Mance is not in the power to stop him, and he was official.
AAW Heavyweight Championship in complete jeopardy at this point.
But it's what this title means to both these men. Yehi has completely changed psychologically, Mance physically. But it's all for the gold that they hold as what would be their most prized possession.
I saw this breakdown of Fred. He came into the company. He was here for opportunity. He said he was here. He was respectful. He was saying hi to everybody. He was nice and easy to talk to. And then little by little, he saw this destruction when he saw that Mance Warner got the shot at the title. Mance Warner won the title, and something flipped in Fred. Something flipped, and he saw. I don't know if it broke him. It made him think, well, wait a minute, why not me? And little by little, the deconstruction of
breaks on. Oh, what a collision! Mance, a desperate. Fourth and long, a spear of the guard. Can he get him? Oh no!
Desperation, dude. I saw that. I saw the breakdown of Fred, and then this darkness, this descent into darkness, where this side took over. This next side took over, and it wasn't about competition anymore. Look at this! Look at this! Oh God!
Yeah, the chair, the guardrail. On top of Mance, and yeah, back where we started, the rapid fire stomps to the body.
This can't go on much longer. This cannot go on much longer. No. That's enough.
I mean, this has pushed Mance Warner farther than I ever thought I'd see, and it has been pushed by Yehi further than I could have ever imagined.
And he wanted to do this on his own. He wanted to prove that he was capable of shutting Fred down. That he was capable of handling this, defending his title, moving on from this.
And keep in mind, Fred knows he's capable because Fred has beaten Mance Warner before.
Oh, look at this. Mance had that little consciousness. Fred tried exposing the chest in those shots. Mance had a little bit of consciousness. No, anywhere I can save myself, I will.
Yeah. Any bit of protection you can get from those blistering knife edge chops, you gotta take it.
Look at the crowd absolutely stunned at what's happening here. Their hero's in trouble. And look at this, Fred just walloping him now.
Yeah, and again, precision, aiming right for that cut. Every drop that pours out of Mance Warner makes him that much weaker. And Mance, here he goes! Push the official out of the way, DDT counter, pure adrenaline. Look at this capitalization on it. Look at this. It is! It is! Count it out nowhere! He's got it! No! 2 count only. And yeah, on top of Mance again.
And how much of that anger Yehi even more?
Koji clutch! But he gets the Koji clutch.
This could be it.
Mance rolls through. Mance rolls through. Mance him! Yeah, I went for his pet maneuver.
Are you kidding?
He went for everything. And Mance at 1 second of the run. Oh my.
6 seconds. You're the winner. And still AAW Heavyweight Champion.
No!
Oh, come on.
Oh, no. He's not taking that one easy, Joe.
Yehi's most dangerous and lethal maneuver was the only thing left. And Mance took it away at the 11th hour. And Yehi's absolutely incensed.
Get out here and stop this. Come on.
There's no telling what Yehi's going to do. He's not in control of his own actions. Get him out of the building.
You're not going to stop him like that. They're trying to stop him. What a... Oh, there comes SGC. Look at this.
Yeah, man, there's a justice.
Oh, look at that. They're here to back him up. Fred exiting through the crowd.
Well, I think Yehi realizes he doesn't want to fight in a 2-on-1 environment. SGC have proven they're ready for a fight. They want Austin Fulton. They want Yehi. But Mance Warner is seriously hurt right now.
Did Fred's calculated breakdown cost him? Should he have gone for a finish earlier in the match when he had Mance more vulnerable?
That's a question we'll debate for a long time to come. But right now, the only question on my mind is, what is the physical condition of Mance Warner as Fred Yehi is on the outside